Okay, today is the day I am interviewing Deanna, and I'm going to catch up with her. And there she is. There is Deanna. Hi, Deanna. All right. Let's see who is farther along, you or me. Boom. That is not a good thing that there's even a contest. It's good to see you.
Hi.
And this is a little bit like returning to the scene of the crime. Only this time, your dog will be wandering in and out. And that's Daisy. But as they saw in the introduction, we both have added pounds on us right now. Mine in the form of COVID weight, yours in the form of a pregnancy?
Yep.
But not an out of wedlock thing, which also is kind of not news to me because I knew about it, but news to me in the sense that, like, oh my goodness sakes, you got married, and I think I speak for a lot of people that know you. You were dating someone? So,
Yeah.
talk about that.
We've known each other for like 10 years, I guess. I had other plans in life, did other things. I nanny, travel. We dated other people.
How did you guys meet?
At a New Year's Eve party.
How long ago?
10 years ago.
10 years?
10, 12, 11 maybe?
Wow.
Math was hard.
Yeah. But for 10 years, it was like...
Known each other. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
known lots of people for... Someone on Facebook, just a missionary in the Czech Republic, was like, hey, I've known you for 12 years. That's great.
Yeah.
It's crazy how time flies.
When was the first time the two of you guys kissed?
That night.
The night
That
that
was,
you met?
yeah.
Really?
I was at the party with two girlfriends, and we had $1 that we were, for every person we kissed, we were pretending like we'd give each other $1, but we kind of just passed it around. And at the end of the night, I think we ended up with like a nickel, a paper clip, and a piece of gum. I don't even know, like I didn't even get any money.
But you kissed him though. You made $1 though.
Yeah. It was the best kiss of his life, I guess.
Is that right?
I guess so. It was okay.
One that's worth at least a diamond's worth of a kiss.
Yes.
Did your friends make out with anyone that night?
I don't remember. I think they were just like, Deanna, come here. It was one of those years in my life.
Did you make out? Did you make out with anyone but him?
It was just a kiss. It was a kiss. Yeah, I kissed the DJ. He was the one that I was like, he was the first person. I was like, I'm gonna kiss that DJ, and I did, and it was super awkward and super terrible. It was the first one of the night. There weren't a lot. There were just a couple. But...
That's awesome.
So it's been a while.
It has been.
I don't even have your phone number anymore. There's a lot of people that ask me, hey, can I have Skippy's phone number? And I was like, I don't even have it anymore.
Why do they ask you for my phone
I
number?
have no idea. People ask me for a lot of weird things.
It's a great dress. You look really pretty. In fact, speaking of your looks-wise, this is gonna be this is an awkward beginning-ish question.
Ready, go.
Ready, go. I came across a photo of us one of the years that we hung out up at the Sundance Film Festival. Us and my buddy Tim hung out at a hot tub, and it was...
Oh, we made a video, like a backflip video too.
Yeah.
I have that on my phone.
You got the backflip video on your phone? Okay. But just like one time we were, my buddy Tim and I were like looking at the photo going, she is like crazy hot. One of the two of us should try and go on dates with her or something like that. And so like we have only actually been on one date, but I had hinted at us going on dates off and on over because like I've now known you where similar to how you met your husband, yeah, like forever ago. And then because we live in Utah and we're both Mormons and single over the age of like 30, we would run into each other at different You're not 30? No. 20,
Just
26,
joking.
25.
Just joking.
Yeah. But because like new people would run into each other at these shindigs, and so just like, especially after you've seen a cute girl in a swimsuit, and you're like, oh, you know what? Let's try and go from like friendship to relationship, so to speak. What what is your recollection of me asking you on dates or prior to our actually going on a date?
Actually, I think we went on a date before that. I was living in Provo at the UAC. Remember that place on University Avenue? And University Avenue condos. And I think you took me to Del Taco for Taco Tuesday.
Just the two of us?
Yeah, I swear.
And did we count it as a date?
Well, you kind of like, while we were sitting there, like, so do you want to go out again? And I just said, I don't know. And you're like, okay, bye. And I think you deleted me. And then we became friends later on.
That's so,
like, I think
wow.
that was just like a random date, and then later we became friends.
That's so, okay.
Is that weird? You don't remember that?
I don't.
I swear, because I remember I was like, you deleted me once, so now.
Wow. Where?
Is that weird?
Yeah,
you can
it's.
delete that if you want.
No, I'm going to include it because it's. I mean,
but you took me to Taco Tuesday because tacos are like 19 cents or whatever on Tuesdays.
$3-4.
Right? So
yeah.
you're like, this is fine. I go on a date and it sucks. I still have cheap tacos. Right?
Exactly.
Like Jamba Juice was always my go-to date with guys.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they'd say, okay, you want to go get a drink? I'm like, if I drink, you need Jamba Juice? Then sure.
Yeah.
Because then...
More expensive than...
Well, no, I just love Jamba Juice.
Yeah, well,
okay.
Yeah, and it's more expensive than like
plug for Jamba.
a soda, you know, get something like fancy. Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, exactly.
Then we became Sundance friends. Like, this is my favorite bottle.
Oh, that's so cool.
I like...
Well, and we
would take these every year and got so excited when...
We hung out at Sundance Film Festival like, what, 3 different years in a row, right? And 2 of those years...
We didn't, we just see each other and say hi.
Yeah. 2 of the years, you actually... my family had a timeshare, and so for a couple days, like, we didn't hang out during the year much, but it's like, hey, you're going to the festival again this year. Yeah, you too? Yeah. Hey, do you have... your parents still have the timeshare that I can crash at? And I was like, yeah. And your friend owned, what's the name of your friend? Alberto's
so I was like,
in
you
Park
get the
City.
place, I'll bring the food.
Yeah.
You know, that's because I was nannying then, so I was gone for most of the year anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't hang out with anybody. Except Europeans.
And so we hung out. One of my, you had a bunch of fun stories with celebrities. In fact, I just recently got permission from from Mark, who directed IamSkippy, to post the documentary on my channel, right? What are a couple of your favorite run-ins with celebrities up at the film festival over the years?
I remember I went with my 2 roommates that were girls, Jenny and Deanna. We met Dane up there.
Wait, so just to clarify, not a celebrity Dane, a like local person that we both know named Dane.
Yeah,
okay,
Dane.
all right.
So Dane was waiting for Paris Hilton somewhere.
Yeah.
Down at the end of Main Street. And we're like, come hang out with us. And all of a sudden we ran into some like party promoters that we didn't know that were talking about Modesto, California. And we're like, Modesto? Because Jenny was from Modesto and I'm from around there. And so they're like, come get in our taxi with us. So we can keep talking about this. And we did. And we went to the place they were renting. And all of them were on their phones like, oh, there's a party with this celebrity here. There's a party with this. And we're like, who are these people? We ended up going to some mansion party where Cisco?
Yeah, the thong song guy?
No, wasn't that? Some like Cisco Adler.
Oh, Cisco Adler. Yeah.
He was singing and they were handing out some expensive jeans at the time.
Oh,
that
wow.
were popular. But nobody else wanted, but we were taking a bunch of them.
You got free jeans?
Yeah, and Paris Hilton was there. She showed up at like 3 a.m. drunk, and she was supposed to be in rehab. And Dane took a picture of like her security guard pushing him out of the way, and he's just up next to her. And we were snowed in. We couldn't get out.
Yeah.
So we were there until like whatever o'clock in the morning.
I remember Dane
At this
talking
mansion,
about his
taking jeans.
I didn't realize that you were with Dane.
Well, I
when
got
that
him. They
happened.
wouldn't let him in, so they let all the girls in, and then the promoter people were like, "See ya" to their other friend. He had a friend named Prince and Dane, and they couldn't get in. And so I would felt the girls were like, "Whatever." They went in, and I felt so bad.
Yeah.
And I was texting Dane, and I went downstairs and opened like a back door, and he ran through some field, and snuck in.
Oh wow.
They weren't gonna let him in, but I was like, I'm not gonna abandon my friend.
Yeah.
What kind of girl does that?
Yeah.
And yeah, so I let him in the back door, and it was so much fun.
Well,
It's one of my favorite years. That was a good year.
that was like so long ago. Also,
Yeah.
though,
Yeah.
because
I
like
think that was like the first time I realized that Sundance was a big deal.
yeah, like that was back when Paris Hilton was doing her show with her best friend Lionel Richie's daughter.
Nicole Richie.
Yeah, with Nicole Richie, and so we're talking like more than 10 years ago,
Yeah, it was
kind of thing. Yeah, like 10 to 15 years ago. Whereas then it went from like your Paris Hiltons to you heard about the Kardashians being up there for a while, and I think like the last couple of years, like the Paul brothers have gone, like Logan and Jake Paul have been up there. I want to say that I got a photo. I don't remember which one is
James
which.
Franco was ours, Michael.
Yeah.
Is he not cool?
Have you met? Well, no, Franco's.
No. I love James Franco.
But you
Say
haven't
what you
ever
want
met
about
him?
people. No.
I've got like 4 or 5 photos.
I'm so jealous.
Well, and okay, so here's a question that I get told by so many people are like, they're just people. Well, no, they're. I'm sorry, I'm gonna bleep that. No, they're just people. But it's a fun thing to go do and to go people watch, you know? And then plus, if they have been in something that you're a fan of their work, right? Then you want to see how they are with everyone else, you know? And I think that there's that fascination with even just people you work with, like the higher up at a company, you know, where there's a little bit of a fascination of like, okay, your boss's boss, right, is a big deal at the company that you work for, kind of thing. And yes, they're a person just like us, but you also want to know what made them tick, what makes them successful, how they are around other people, you know. And if it's a career you go into, I don't know. I just find that whenever people find out that meeting celebrities is my hobby, I have to justify it in some way because they're like, oh, you're worshiping these people. I'm not worshiping the book. Or I should say this. Do you think that when I go up to meet celebrities that I'm, and be completely honest, that I am really weird when I do it, or that I am tons different than others, or...
It's what you like. I don't know. Like, I can only be me.
Yeah.
If I like knitting or crocheting dog sweaters, then that would be my weird thing. You like talking to celebrities, then that's your thing. I don't know.
And do you think it's
I
weird?
think everybody has a thing that they do or like
Yeah.
that maybe other people think is weird.
Yeah.
Oh well. So be you.
Do you think that the meeting celebrities thing is a weird thing, or a cool thing, or no
Like I said,
opinion?
it's you.
Just
be
me?
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't judge and sometimes I'll say there's some weird people that like get off the public transportation. Not very nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't say somebody else is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I'm probably weird to people.
You're...
I'm pretty sure people in your other video have left comments saying that I look like a whore or
The
like,
comment section of the comment section
can't please everybody.
No.
Saying my hair is gross or something. Sorry.
The comment section on YouTube is horrible sometimes. Really,
Like,
awful.
they're just people that watch YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Does that make them bad people? Are you a bad person?
Yeah. Well,
Or weird?
so, you are, well, okay, you're pregnant. What were you doing before you got pregnant, and what are you doing now? Like, I don't know, just, I'm not asking where specifically you work. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to say,
Well,
because
if a boy meets girl.
yeah. Well, your job used to be, in fact, one of the reasons you went up to the film festival was you were up there getting paid to hand out gifts,
Oh yeah,
right?
that was fun. That was fun.
To people, right? So you were actually inside the lounges,
Yeah.
being paid to hand out like beanies and stuff like that to people, right?
The celebrity lounge.
Because
Yeah.
year round,
It's funny
your
to
job
see
is to
people
even just go when a company
Yeah,
is
like a brand ambassador.
yeah, brand
There
ambassador.
we go. There's a word. We got it. High five.
Yeah, that's like, but that was
Nailed it.
your year-round job.
Yeah, then
also,
COVID
right?
hit.
Yeah.
And he didn't nanny anymore because he couldn't leave the country. Didn't work at events because there weren't events anymore.
So you started dating a guy that had a crush on you for 10
So
years?
I freaked out and got married. Just kidding.
And then in your downtime of that, you got pregnant.
Yeah. We didn't social distance, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened?
Yeah.
Was it a surprise to you last time? I remember
Well, yeah, because like I legitimately
noticed things
heard
were
from
bigger.
people. I know.
Yeah.
But you're also a good friend. I get asked in the comments, why was it that you were friends with me, or if you really even stayed friends with me after the Klondike bar thing?
Were you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you in a grocery store parking lot.
Yeah.
And we were like, hey.
But people were just like, wait, she doesn't like you. Like, it's clear in that Klondike bar video that she can't stand the fact that you're there at her, on her porch.
Here we are again.
So,
We're not married.
no, we're not married,
We're friends.
but we are friends,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Like, that Klondike bar video didn't weird you out, or it did weird you out?
No, Skippy, so people will ask me that. They'll be like, is he crazy? Is he weird? Okay, so,
Oh, no, so,
oh
yeah.
no, people always ask me, they're like, is he crazy?
Yeah, well, and
Or,
so, when I did that Klondike bar thing, it didn't end our friendship though, right? And why didn't it? Because I've had people say like, Skippy, you like ambushed her at her house after like messaging her a ton. There's no way that she still likes you.
You did send me like 700 messages.
Yeah.
No. So people will ask me like if like is he legitimately crazy or is it just a show or whatever, and I'm like Skippy. But like you have a big heart. Can I tell you something I remember about you is when we were at the condo.
Mm-hmm.
That time we went to the hot tub. And it was snowing. It was like a crazy snowstorm, and it's a terrible drive up that canyon. And you offered to let me take your covered parking spot or in the parking garage,
Oh, yeah,
so that I wouldn't have to dig out my car the next day. And it's your condo, and you parked out in the snow. And I was like, that was so sweet. Like, you're a good guy. You're not a terrible, crazy person.
But prior to that
you want
experience,
people to think you're a terrible
no,
crazy
but
person.
prior to that, you thought I was a terrible, crazy person.
Maybe
and then I did that,
date a
and
long
then,
time ago, that Del Taco
Yeah.
date. Maybe I was like, whatever.
Well, no, and that's fair. Well, and so I'm wondering after that Del Taco thing, why, what it was that would have gotten you to have hung out with me again after that. But,
I don't
you
know.
Like, just that if we kept seeing each other, why let that one thing
I guess, yeah.
ruin?
I don't hold grudges.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I never really stood a chance with you, though, right? Like, even if that date that we went on, because before the Klondike bar thing, we went to go see Whose Line Is It Anyway with Joel Murray, because Joel and I became friends through the film festival and through Facebook and stuff. And when I knew that he was coming, I had to go get a date, and it was, and I was in that. It was after one of those fun years up at Sundance where I'd seen you in the bikini, and it's like, okay, I've got to get someone awesome to go with me on a date And
another person that's hot. No, just joking.
Crazy, sexy, cool.
Awesome. Just joking.
Yeah. And also, if you had not wanted to let me film the date, I wouldn't film the date. But you were cool with it, right? Like, I didn't force you to film the date, right? Your reaction, I so hope people watch that because, like, yes, it's not as good as the Klondike video because Klondike video is pure print. But on the date, you have some of the best eye rolls I've ever seen. Yeah. Do you remember the band that we played and listened to the song of as we were driving, by chance? As we were driving in my car, I played for you a couple songs. Do you remember that by chance?
No.
Okay.
What was it?
It was Great Big World, and they had.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's cool.
Man.
I sent them a message, and they have a album that they'll be putting out relatively soon, and it may not happen. I really hope that people watching this in a couple months from now are like, oh, hey, Skippy got them. But my plea is to Chad and Ian from A Great Big World that they will actually let me interview them. But I told them about like, oh, I've even been on dates with girls and recorded singing and showing them your music. And so Chad is going to check with Ian and get back with me about whether or not I can interview them. But because their album is coming out, they might not do it if I had gotten it if I got to them before their tour started, maybe. Yeah. But their tour is gonna, anyways. But still, fingers crossed with that. And then, did you hear who I interviewed recently?
The Family Guy.
Yes. And I actually mentioned to him, I said,
somebody told me this.
Okay.
People. Okay.
Yeah.
So
What did you hear?
Hi, Instagram people. I love you.
YouTube.
And thanks for YouTube people.
Yeah.
But the Instagram people are the ones that reach out to me.
Is that what?
Yeah. And I always like, hi, I found you through a video with Skippy about a Klondike bar, and I'm like, hi.
That's hilarious.
How are you? Like, that's how most people introduce themselves. They're like, hi, I saw this video of you at the Klondike bar.
Do you want to give out your Instagram or anything? No, probably not. Anyways,
I've become friends with some of them
they can
actually.
Really?
Like, is that funny?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Jordan. But what was I going to say? Oh, so
Jordan
this
told
person told me to watch, like, oh, I just saw they were talking about you, that Klondike video, and I was like, that's funny.
Yeah. So, Alex Solkin, who plays the voice of Quahog Jesus, and my friend Mac was like, oh, so like there's South Park Jesus, there's Simpsons Jeebus, and then there's Quahog Jesus. And so Alex Solkin, the voice of Quahog Jesus, and he also co-wrote Ted and Ted 2 and A Million Ways to Die in the West, and he created Dad's. But yeah, I had found him on Cameo, and I said, hey, I paid him $3 for a direct message and said, hey, my name's Skippy. I've got a YouTube channel. Go check out some of my stuff, and I'd love to be able to interview you. And his response was something along the lines of like, okay, I just went and checked it out, and I thought it was pretty good. But he didn't commit to for sure being interviewed at that time. And so then I paid $25 to get him to say, hi, Skippy Squad, or people watching Skippy's YouTube channel. My name is Alex Solkin. I've done this and this and this. Stay tuned because, and click like and subscribe because I'm going to be a guest on Skippy's YouTube channel. And then I posted that, and then I actually interviewed him. I said, so you actually went and watched one of my videos? And he goes, yeah, I saw the video of you and the girl who says she'd never tried a Klondike bar.
I hadn't.
But yeah, and how I haven't gotten a sponsorship from Klondike is crazy because I talk about them a lot. And I would say, I still think it's a really good ice cream treat. And then because they're in so many places, right? There's some ice cream where it's like, oh, have you tried this one? And it's a local thing, almost like the way people talk about beers, right? It's like KLONDIKE Bar is a, and see, that's the thing. I don't know enough about beers to say what a good beer is that's everywhere, right? But KLONDIKE is an ice cream that like is everywhere, so a lot of people know it. And his opinion and mine was just like, well, yeah, how could you have never tried one before? So,
we had the generic ice cream growing up, I think.
yeah, yeah.
We didn't go for that.
You didn't have the fancy brand name one. Tell me a couple of things. Do you actually ever watch my YouTube channel or go through old videos of mine?
I've watched hours.
Yeah.
And then I'll see when you post and say that there's a video, you put like a little tiny.
On Instagram or?
Yeah, and I saw one with another date you went on after me. I don't know.
Which what was it about?
You went on a date with her. She worked at DI or something?
Oh yeah. Tracy. Yeah. Tracy. I'm gonna try and get a hold of Tracy so we can do an update with her and find out what she's up to. But yeah, my friend Justin said, "Hey Skippy, have you seen the Book of Mormon musical?" I said, "No." And he goes, "If it ever comes to Utah, find a date, a girl that's cool with you recording it, and I'll pay for you guys to go to the thing,
nice.
right?" And so I knew that I didn't stand a chance with you, right? Like, I love your personality. I think you're awesome. And I was like, okay, but there's no chance there. And I just met this girl named Tracy, my friend Corey Mon. Do you know Corey Mon?
I love Corey Mon.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in forever.
Oh, he just had a concert.
I missed it.
I went to it. In fact, I'm gonna play a couple seconds of that right now. So I went to Cordermon's show. Tracy wasn't there this last time, but the time prior to that I'd seen him, like a year and a half ago, like one of the last weeks before COVID, and so it would have been like late summer of 2019, and I met this really cute girl, and she's like, heck, I'll go out with anyone. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I fall under that category. And so asked her on a date. We didn't film the first date that we went on. And then we went and, but I did get to kiss her.
Right?
And you and I have never kissed, right? Like, I've forgotten some things, but I'm pretty sure that, especially not after that Del Taco.
Party, right?
Yeah. And it's not for lack of hinting, because I think I've said to you a couple of times, like, hey, if you ever get bored and you're just like feeling kind of horny, need a warm body, call my friend Skippy. I'll be there for you. I'm pretty sure I've said that. And if not, retroactively try and picture being like, oh, why were there times when I was lonely? I could have just been calling Skippy and he'd have come over. But
Too late now.
Yeah, no, it's too late. But yeah, so Tracy said yes to the first date. Didn't film it, had fun. I told her about how my friend was paying for the tickets for us, and part of that one was that it should be filmed, and she agreed to it. And now I'm going to blank out on his name. Do you know Dave Ivan? Right? Okay, so
I don't know what it is.
so you and I actually both know, and how do you know Dave?
I think we used to fight orphans together in Mexico. Maybe?
Fight orphans?
No, give service at an orphanage in Mexico.
You fought orphans? No, you.
Fight a weird ice word.
No, you
Well,
did like.
Nacho Libre. No, we do service.
You went, you did like a
Kaizen.
peace,
Yeah, yeah.
like a Peace Corps kind of thing down to Mexico, and that's how you
I
met Dave.
think.
Okay,
Maybe.
because did you happen to see the part of the date where she, Dave reached out to her
Like right after
on
No Days?
Instagram, like after I met her at Corey's little concert thing, and then between then and our date going to see the Book of Mormon musical, he reached out. They chatted a few times. They had way more in common than myself and Tracy had in common, and yeah, one thing led to another, and they set up a let's go camping together date that began at the end of our date.
That you
So,
kissed?
huh?
The kiss date?
No, no. The first date was the one that we went on and kissed a little bit, and then went on the second Book of Mormon date, the fancy one. So on the date that I wasn't trying so hard, right, and we just had kind of like a fun time. Got a kiss on the second date where it was trying to be a little bit fancier, but I also think that there was no chance that I was getting a kiss on that second date because she also knew she had a time crunch. She just randomly threw out there like hey, so will this all be done by like 11, 11:30? And I was like, what, do you have another date? And she's like, I'm like, you do? And then my spidey senses, I go, do I know him? And she's like, and I'm like, you're
Oh, shame.
But it ended up being Dave, this guy.
Yeah.
But
they dated for a while, didn't they? Or are they still?
I don't know. I gotta find out.
Call them up.
I
Dave.
hope that they're together still. They are awesome.